Boy, is this a funny one. Well, I think it's funny. A lot of things happened all at once, which is just insane to think about. But I'll get started first, and then we'll go over it. Hi everybody, Skyless Stardrift here, and welcome to the stream. Tonight, we are playing something different. And, well, it wasn't what I had in mind. Oh boy, was it not what I had in mind. I had something completely different, but again, I'll go over that shortly. So instead, I had to change plans at the last possible second. Well, I say that, but it was like 24 hours before I go live, and if I hadn't decided something then and there, I was not going to decide in time for tonight. And ironically enough, I then changed what I was going to do anyway. So, yeah. Here we are, with something completely different, I suppose, than what I was expected. Or what I was expecting. But you know what? It's fine. I believe we have actually been here before. We've played through this game before. In fact, I think it was a long time ago that we played through this game. But now, I'm here, and I'm going to be playing it on my own. This is a game from my childhood. We had this back on the Super Nintendo, and if those of you who've known me long enough know, we had exactly 4 cartridges for that thing when I was growing up. A strange little game called Wiz, which we have played on the channel before. Super Mario All-Stars. Super Mario Kart. And one more. I don't know, you might have heard of this one. It's a little game called It's just a little game called Super Mario World. You might have heard it. You might have heard about it. I don't know. Maybe. This one's a good favorite of mine. And up until Super Mario Bros. Wonder was actually my favorite 2D Mario game. Glad to see it here on the Nintendo Switch Online, which, by the way, I am playing it with my 8BitDo controller. My, SN30. Not a Pro, it's just an SN30. So it doesn't have the joystick or anything like that, it's just got the D-pad. So it's literally a Super Nintendo controller. So that is how I'm going to be playing. I'm going to erase that first file. And then we're gonna select the first file. Let's do it. Welcome! This is Dinosaur Land. In this strange land, we find that Princess Toadstool is missing again. Looks like Bowser is at it again. How many times can we say again in this sentence? Alright, let's get started. Yoshi's house? Sure. Now, it's been ages since I played this with the Super Nintendo controller, so do bear with me whilst I figure out the controls. Alright, so A button is spin jump, B button to regular jump, and Y is to run, D-pad to move. Cool, I got it. Cool, I'm good. Let's get started. With Yoshi's Island 1, as I explain exactly what happened. So, this was not what I had in mind. In fact, it was my second backup idea that I had. See, my first idea was I was going to play a particular DS game. I'm not going to tell you what DS game that was, and ironically enough, there was actually 2 DS games that I was going to play. I want that Dragon Coin, damn it. There. There were 2 DS games that I was going to play. The first one that I definitely was absolutely going to play regardless was, well, I'm not going to tell you, but it was having problems. For some reason or another, and I still can't for the life of me figure out what happened and why, it was not loading on the, it was not loading on the DS, on the 3DS. To make matters worse, it was getting stuck in the cartridge slot. I've never had that happen before. Point of advice, you can hold an extra item in the box at the top of the screen. To use it, press the select button. You got it. To pick up a shell, use the X or Y button. To throw a shell upwards, look up and let go of the button. Ah. The hell is wrong with me, man? I should have a fire flower by now, but I suppose I am mildly distracted. Ah. Darn it. I am not playing well at all, am I? Trampoline noise and death. Wow. Didn't even get through the first stage. Oh well, at least I got the extra life. Collecting 5 dragon coins, I believe, gives you an extra life as well. There are 5 in each stage. But they do nothing towards your completion. That said, though. That's handy. Ah. This is actually trickier than I thought, playing through this game whilst also talking. But yeah, so it was getting stuck in the cartridge slot, so I decided that, okay, well, let's see if it's just the game or if it's, you know, a problem with my 3DS. So I looked at my other 3DS, the one that doesn't do, doesn't have a capture card, and no, the same thing was happening. I looked online for well, not necessarily some information, but to find out, like, how much the cartridge costs, because clearly there's an issue with the cartridge. Because both of my 3DS cartridge slots can't be faulty at the same time, surely. The chances of that happening are pretty slim. However, good grief, man. I cannot do this. But I checked with both DS and 3DS cartridges, because it was a DS game, and no, I was fine. Like, no issues whatsoever. So there was definitely a problem with the cartridge itself. And when I was looking at the cartridge online, I noticed that the label on the cartridge was actually different. So that's got me a touch concerned. Anyway, I decided, you know what, okay, let's go to Plan B. Plan B was another game on the DS also. However, I feel as though that game is going to be much more comfortable with a stand for my 3DS. So that game is out of the question too. So I was like, oh, okay, cool, that's fun. So what can I do then? And then, I made the horrifying discovery as I plugged in my Elgato last night to test, ironically enough, this game. I made the horrifying discovery that whilst I was setting up my VR yesterday to hang out with my friends, my chair had somehow, mistakenly, rolled right over the mini USB cable that I used to plug the Elgato in. So now the Elgato is fucked, and I can't stream my DS. And I'm just like, oh, great, what do I do? There we go. 19, that's not bad. When you get to 100 bonus star points, then you get to play a bonus stage. How high the goalpost is determines what your score is. Or how many bonus stars you get. Let us press the yellow switch palace. That wasn't bad. Got a few extra lives from that. Switch Palace. Power of the switch you have pushed will turn blank into yellow exclamation blocks. Your progress will also be saved. That's one thing that this game doesn't do. It doesn't auto-save. You have to save after every castle. There was a quick save feature in the Game Boy Advance version, and then once you beat the game, you could save anywhere. Don't think you can do that in this version, though. Could be wrong there. Perfect. See, some old tricks are still with me. Hooray! Thank you for rescuing me. My name is Yoshi. On my way to rescue my friends, Bowser trapped me in that egg. Yoshi can eat with the Y button. And depending on the color of shell he has in his mouth, he can spit out certain, well, he gets different functions. Yeah, I thought he's doing ROM hacks because New Adventure, this guy. I got baited. You think I would play a ROM hack of Super Mario World, Mino? I'm not that good, good grief. To do a spin jump, press the A button. A Super Mario spin jump can break some of the blocks and defeat some of the tougher enemies. Oh right, if I press the button at just the right moment, I can eat 2 coins instead of 1. Not sure how that works exactly, but... Oh. Hey, no! Excuse me, I would like to keep that, Yoshi, if you don't mind. Anyway, how you doing, Mino? Point of advice, this gate marks the middle of this area. By cutting the tape here, you can continue from close to this point. Done. I'm Ricky. That's good to hear. Oh! Thanks, you jerk. I missed out on a coin from you. Ugh. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh. Oh, right. In this version, mushrooms are counted as anything, so they'll just replace my item. That's not good. Pain from the old inflammation in my ex-wisdom tooth. That one's take a bit to take care of. Oof. Yeah, I remember you mentioning that. Like, you had to go in for a wisdom tooth. Ugh. Not fun. Not fun at all. These blocks I can grab, but, I mean, that's what Yoshi's for. There's the one up. Being awesome here, I'm gonna grab the rest of the coins too. There we go. Flamed itself again, yeah, but they removed the wisdom tooth anyway. Ugh. Excuse me. Nice! I think that is probably the first time in my life that I've ever gotten the top of that. And I got 3 lives for it, too. I did not even know that was a thing. Much worse with that tooth. Almost had an abscess on that tooth. Oh, good grief. 2.5 weeks of almost unbearable pain. Good lord, man. How did you manage? Jeez. Oh. Point of advice, a Bitcoin's Dragon Coins. If you pick up 5 of these in one area, you get an extra Mario. Cool, I get an extra Mario, eh? I don't get an extra life, I get an extra Mario. A whole nother Mario. Mario must be impressed. It's an infection from Raishi, my best boy. Mm-hmm. I'll bet. give me that. So red flames allow Yoshi to spit fire. Green shells do nothing, and they're the only two types of shells we've seen so far, but there are another two colors. We'll find those eventually, and I'll explain them when we do. Excuse you, sir. That's a bit... Well, there you go. Now you're dead. Hi, Papa Legs. Welcome on in. When you stomp on an enemy, you can jump high if you hold the jump button. Use up on the control pad to jump high in the shallow water. Hey, there's another firefly. That'll replace my mushroom. I just noticed how many bonus points I had too. I'm not going to draw attention to that anymore. Oh! I'm so sorry, Yoshi. My first thought was to immediately ditch you. Well... That's my true intentions revealed then, isn't it? That box will give you something different if you collect 30 coins in the stage prior to that moment. I missed the last dragon coin on that one. Not sure what that was. I'm kind of keen to collect all of the dragon coins on the stages, but it's not really required. And it doesn't do anything either. So I'm happy to move on. No. We'll grab that, thank you. And 2 dragon coins right off the bat. If you're in an area that you've already cleared, you can return to the map screen by pressing start and select. Whew. Whee! Alright. How am I gonna do this? I need to jump off of Yoshi carefully. Right, well, I can park Yoshi there, because that's how this game works. My brain is going at like a zillion miles an hour, going like, okay, well, I can do this. And I just lost Yoshi. Well... all that work and I still lost him in the end anyway. You get bonus stars if you cut the tape at the end of each area. If you collect 100 bonus stars, you can play a fun bonus game. Why didn't they bring this feature back? Hey, we got enough bonus stars. Now to immediately fuck this up. Ah, good enough. Good enough, it'll do. Castle 1, Iggy's Castle. Open Sesame. Press up on the control pad while jumping and you can cling to the fence. To go in the door at the end of this area, use up also. Stand still. Bonk. Hi, Pre-Toaster, welcome on in. I was gonna say, I'm not getting that. And then I did. Bop. Bop. If I remember correctly, I think that the fence counts as a single jump, so yeah, this guy's gonna do 800. And then I'll hit that. Wait for this guy to go around again. If I can do this without touching the bottom... then I might be able to get a free life out of it. Bum, bum. Because this all counts as one jump. There we go. Funny Mario game. Hi, hi. It is Funny Mario game. Oh. One of Yoshi's friends is trapped in the castle by Iggy Koopa. To defeat him, push him into the lava pool. Oh right, kind of forgot about this room. Yike! Can't you knock on the fence? I can, but then I don't get the one up for it. Because I have to touch them with my feet. Whoa! I should not have survived that. Oh, that's a great start. Bye! Bye! Enjoy the fireballs, bye! I'll just put you right there, and then I'll just press that, and kaboom! Mario has defeated the demented Iggy Koopa in Castle Number 1 and rescued Yoshi's friend, who was still trapped in an egg. Together, they now travel to I was gonna say Dinosaur Land, and then I realized that that's not what it said, and I almost said Donut Land, or Dinut Land, or something like that, I'm not sure. But anyway, we're going to Donut Land anyway. And I'm taking a save. Alright, Donut Plains 1. When a level is flashing red like this, it means it has 2 secret exits, or 2 exits. So, we'll need to find both exits. Introducing my favorite power-up. Is it my favorite power-up in all of Mario? I don't know. But it's damn close. They never really made another... Ow. They never really made a power-up like it again, did they? Or at least it can fly in the way that this does. The Cape Feather allows you to fly, and you can fly almost indefinitely. It also comes with a few attacks. By pressing the Y button, you can perform like a little twirl. Oh. Nope. Nope. Cool! I got nothing from that. You can perform a little twirl by pressing the Y button. If you run until Mario's arms are outstretched, you can fly. The D-pad controls your movement. You'll need to go down, then up. If you hit something, you'll just phase out, rather than actually losing your ability. You can then pound the ground, which I'll demonstrate in a sec. Perhaps in a safer room, like this one. Use Mario's cape to soar through the air, run fast, jump, and hold the Y button. To keep balance, use left and right on the control pad. Triangle blocks allow you to run sideways. Call those dive bombs in Super Mario World lingo. Sincerely, a Kaizai player. I was gaining hype there for a second. Because then you've got the... If you land like that, that's called a body press, which can do damage. And then, of course, you have the dive bomb. The flying part is called cape pumping. Ah, interesting. Did not know that that had a name. I won't stay here too long, but I'll grab a few more coins. And immediately screw up my cape pump. Oh, for Pete's sake. That's better. That'll do. Grabbed a couple of extra lives from that. You can also press the B button to just slow your descent after jumping. Screwball. Give me that back. Oh, hang on. Oh, no! I wanted that, damn it. Alright, come here, Josh. Wonder where the 5th dragon coin is. Now, unfortunately, Yoshi can't cape pump, but he can jump really freaking high. Oh, I was gonna get that key. Red dot areas on the map have 2 different exits. If you have the time and skill, you can look for them. You mean like this one? Not supposed to be up here yet, but mine now. So what was I saying before? So yeah, I had some trouble with the Elgato cable and the I'm just gonna fly throughout the stage and skip literally everything. Or I could fall. I've landed in that pit before doing that, by the way. Oh, give me that. Thank you. Sure. Bop. That was the messiest goalpost ending possible. I didn't want to grab the mushroom because I didn't want to lose my cape feather. Alright, which way should I go? Should we go to Donut Secret or should we go to Donut Plains 2? Which way do you guys think we should go first? I'll let you guys decide. Largely because it allows me to finish telling my story. So yeah, the Elgato cable was busted. Now, I have had some issues with the HDMI cable in the past, which seems to be working now. Like, I plugged in the regular HDMI cable. Anyway, so that's fine. But the USB cable for the Elgato was stuffed. And I'm like, cool, well, I can't play the DS game that I was going to play, either of them. I can't play the Elgato, so what can I do? So, I decided, you know what, maybe I have a mini USB cable lying around. Maybe there's something I can do here. I dug around, and, thank you, Nintendo Wii U, of all things, for saving my ass. I've been using the Wii U's HDMI cable for a little while now because my other HDMI cable was botched and not working properly. It seems to be working fine tonight, so I don't know what happened. That was when, a couple of weeks ago when I was playing Pokemon Violet version, the screen was just going black for me. It was fine on the capture, but it was going blank on my TV. So I was looking through and I found a mini USB cable which is just a charging cable for a Wii U Pro Controller. It's not the gamepad charger. No, this is for a Wii U Pro Controller. And it's working. So the Wii U has saved my streams, not once, but twice. So where are we going, folks? Are we going to Donut Secret 1, or should we go to Donut Plains 2? I'm kind of leaning towards Secret. But it's up to you guys. What do you want to do? If no one says anything, I'll just go to the Secret. Can never remember where the secret exit is for Donut Plains 2, or where it takes me. I think it drops me back in the water, but I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly. You'd think I would remember that. But I don't. Also, by the way, how is the audio tonight? Is the game audio loud enough? Please let me know if the game audio is a bit too loud or if it's too soft as well. Alright, well, no one's saying anything, so I'm gonna go to Donut Secret Plains 1. Audio is good? Alright, cool, no worries. Thanks. Well, there goes Yoshi. Yep. No thanks, I'm good with my fire flower. Whee! Ooh. Pressing up on the D-pad allows me to float faster. Oh no! I think that might have been where the secret exit was, but I could be wrong. Tornado coming down! Oh, well. Tornado not doing nothing. Alright, well, since I don't have another power-up, I will take the Fireflower. Ah, that's what the secret exit is. Gotcha. Do that. Bop. Take the key. Donut Secret House. Let's go back and finish up this stage first. Bop. I do like the Fireflower giving you coins. I think that's a really cool idea. It's not like you can really spam it or anything, like, there's not too many enemies around. Though I must say that I'm doing really well in the live department, despite the fact that I died several times on the first bloody stage. Amazingly, I still made a profit on that one. Or I broke even, at least. Alright. 40? Not bad, I'll take it. Slowly walks to the right. Cool, that gives us access to the Donut Ghost House. Let's do Donut Plains 2 first. Ah, right, Buzzy Beetles. Can actually kill Buzzy Beetles now by using the spin jump. Remember, Buzzy Beetles are immune to firepower. Whee! Ooh, Cape Feather. Sure. Probably should have dropped my Firefly for that, though. Ow! I'm pretty sure it's a pipe coming up that I jump into for the secret exit, right? Yep, I believe this be it. Well, I don't have anything, so I'll take it. Oh, okay, it wants me to have Yoshi, huh? $26! Not bad. Question is, do I need Yoshi there? Yes, because that looks like the regular exit. Or is it? Let me go back in and actually play the level proper. This is one stage where I can never remember where the secret exit is. But it's fine. Let me cook for a minute. Because I feel like that just took me to the regular exit, so I wonder. Bop. Uh-oh. You go that way. You may go that way. Uh-oh. Nope. Screen scroll slowed down a bit there. I was gonna say, where's ground? Ground, please. Oh, that was risky. I should not have done that. It's fine. Oh! Oh, come off it! Darn it! Yeah, okay, so that's exactly where I was before. Alright, so that takes me to the same goalpost. So I do need Yoshi. I also need some super supplies, it seems. Well, fortunately, Yoshi's in this stage, and so is Cape Feathers, so... Gib Cape. Gib. Mine. Not yours, mine. Also Gib. And away, hey, we go. Or not. Get up there, there we go. Neuron. Oh, well, I walked off the edge. Really? Really? Jerk. It's fine, I'm near the end of the stage anyway, so I needed to go back. Oh, hello. Oh, it just takes me up there. Okay. No, darn it! It's fine, there's one at the end of the stage. Right, you stay there, Yosh. Got it. Okay. Also, in case you're wondering, yes, you can get up there with Yoshi. Just requires a little bit more precision. Which way were we going? We were going this way, weren't we? What happened to the Buzzy Beetle? Yoshi, did you eat that? Oh, for Pete's sake. Yoshi, come back! Oh no, he's gone. He's gone. Okay. Well. Fine. I'll go back and grab him. I'll go back to this stage because it's easy to grab him. Plus, I can do that. I believe I can just exit the course now, yeah. Cool. Alright. I feel like Donut Plains is the area that I remember the most in terms of the secrets. Okay, so Yoshi does eat the Buzzy Beetles straight up. That's Cape Feather, sure. There we go. Perfect. The blue shell gives Yoshi the power of flight. But only for a brief period of time. Eventually, Yoshi will digest the shell. The Green Switch Palace. Yoshi, what did you eat? Hang on. I don't think that's supposed to be possible there, Yosh. I'm curious about that. This is gonna kill me. This is going to kill me. I told you that was going to kill me. I went for it anyway, but I knew it was going to kill me. Yeah, I think you're supposed to get rid of the guy downstairs first. Oh no, it's chasing me! Power of the switch you have pushed will turn the green outline into green exclamation mark blocks. Your progress will also be saved. Yay! Now, we could go to the secret ghost house, or we could go to the donut ghost house, and I think we should go to the donut ghost house. Open sesame. Thank you. Now, this is a ghost house. Can you find the exit? Hee, don't get lost. Huh. However, that's not all for that particular ghost house. You'll have to bear with me, because I might not remember where this is exactly. I'm wondering if grabbing that now was a bad idea. My feather stabbed me in the face. It's up there. Okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this without a feather. So I better go back and grab some more feathers. Bop. Keep you alive so that you respawn. You give me a feather and we're good. I learned a few tricks. I think it's back this way. Yep. There it is. Whoops. Oh no, not ghost one-up mushrooms. Nice. 1 point shy. And that opens up something very useful. The top secret area. Useful because it's literally just a power-up room. You need goods? We got goods. Very useful indeed. Alright, to the Donut Secret House we go. You stay there. Open sesame. Right, now let's see if I can remember this one. Whoa, Mario, you're doing some crazy nutcasey things there. Don't much appreciate it. Just jump over you, mate. Oh, fiddlesticks. Well, in that case, I may as well grab the fire flower. Fire does not work against boos. They're undead. But I do know that I need the, Cape Feather. There are 5 entrances to the Star World in Dinosaur Land. Find them all and you can travel between many different places. I think this just resets the room, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh. Excuse me. If you don't mind coming through. You can stop there. I believe... Neither of these doors take me to where I want to go. That's fine. But it's probably worthwhile me checking both. Yeah? Yeah. Oh. Well, that's how I got that one up, at least. Alright, we need to get a wriggle on, because we are running out of time. Grab. Right, there's your standard exit. Oh, right. Ah, one shy. Darn. We were one shy of that. Ah, screwed up that third last jump there. Oh well, never mind. Alright, I think we'll do this stage first. Donut Secret 2. Oh, right, okay. We have ice! Ice, ice, baby. Oh yeah, I can stand on those guys, who apparently have ice physics. Also, all the pipes have ice physics, too. This goes upwards. Bye, Yosh. Unfortunately, when you grab the pea balloon, you can't really take Yoshi with you. Rip Yoshi. Rip Yoshi indeed. There's no secret exit in this course, so... Slide, 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 slide. Right, so that brings us up to this way. However... What if I told you the Donut Secret House is another secret? Ugh! I've almost never avoided that boo using that trampoline. Almost never. Whoa, steady on there, Mario, steady on. Almost plummeted off the cliff. Right. Oh, door's right here. Welcome to a secret boss fight! Against the Big Boo! You have a limited time! Hit him 3 times with the blocks. You have limited time and limited blocks to do it with. He doesn't take damage any other way. Taking care of him unlocks the first gate to Star Road. Star World 1. I can never remember which way to go. I can never remember which way I need to go. Hey, there's a cape feather. I'll take that. Whoa! Yellow Koopa Shells are the other Koopa Shell that we don't have yet. Does this identify as a Star Run stage? We also picked up a baby Red Yoshi. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to feed him enough. He turns into a mushroom when we take him to the goal. More on the baby Yoshis in a sec. That counts as an exit, but it does not count as a secret, so we're gonna have to find the secret. Now, if I remember correctly, I think it's over this side. Somewheres. This game is a gem. It is. Whoa! There it is! Ooh, can I get up there? No. No. Cool, so we found it, at least. But I phased through blocks and missed it. Did not even know you could, like, half phase through these blocks anyway. Cool! To progress through Star World, we'll need to open up the gates, or open up the pathways by using the keys. This opens up the second Star Road, but there's not much we can do about it. If a baby Yoshi eats a star, it immediately grows up. Otherwise, it has to eat 5 enemies, and it must be 5 enemies. Blue Yoshi has the ability to fly regardless of what color shell it is holding in its mouth. And I am not catching up to him. Somehow went in backwards. Cool. Remember, we do have to get the regular exits as well as the secret exits. We can't just complete the stage and move on. Or we can't just get one and not the other, I should say. Is this basically a star run stage? I think as though this is basically a star run stage. Thanks, you ate it. If you take a Yoshi into one of these stages, you'll already have a Yoshi, and the game will just hatch into an item. Or the egg will just hatch into an item. Star Road number 3. Again, not really much we can do about it. Star World 3. We have a baby yellow Yoshi here. And a Lakitu that will give us coins. And almost gives us a 1-up. Bonus game. I like how Yoshi can't grab hold of these 1-ups specifically. Well, we already know what the secret exit for this one is. Easy. That one's a nice short one, that one. Star Road 4 takes us over there. Star World 4. Oh, well. Rip Yoshi, I suppose. That was so messy. That could have gone wrong in so many ways. Now, ironically enough, I think this is the stage that I often... Well, that one did go wrong. This is the stage that I can never quite remember where the secret exit is. Oh, I remember. That's fine. I remember. I remember, and I remember what I gotta do. That works. This is that stage. Oh. Well, you're no fun. Hey! Actually, I have no idea if I can do this in Small Mario. Gulp, gulp, gulp. That was definitely 4, but sure. Bleh. Red Yoshi will spit fire regardless of the shell that it's holding in its mouth. Unfortunately, this means that you can't really put a shell down. Ah, I needed that one. What? Well, that's going well. Not. The amount of times I've fallen off this stage by grabbing hold of this Yoshi and plummeting to my death. Gulp. That's what we need, Kong. Well, poo. Right, let's see if I can remember how to do this properly. Who says you need to switch palaces? I sure don't. Hey, we can also beat the game. You know, just casually. If we want to, we can just beat the game. I'm gonna go back in here and unlock the Red Yoshi properly. Not that it really matters as such, because it's not a thing on this version. But on the GBA version, once you grow an adult Yoshi and take it to the end of the stage, depending on your power-up, you can... For Pete's sake. Depending on your power-up, you will pick up a certain color of Yoshi. If you are Small Mario, you will get green Yoshi. If you are Super Mario, that is to say just the mushroom, you will get a yellow Yoshi, which we haven't encountered yet. And if you are Fire Mario, you will get a red Yoshi, and if you are if you have a Cape Feather, thank you game, for the visual aid. If you have a Cape Feather, you will get a blue Yoshi. Unfortunately, I don't think that is in the original game. I think that's a feature that they put in the GBA re-release. Is that on the NSO? I actually forget if that's on the NSO yet. Or if it's even coming. Maybe it's not coming at all. There we go. But you have to take the... You have to grow the baby Yoshi and then take it to the end of the stage. You can't just leave it. Well, anyway, that's that stage done. Bop. Bop. Uh-oh. I may or may not have run into some problems. That's okay, we got a baby yellow Yoshi here. Baby yellow Yoshi does the one thing that we haven't described yet with shells, and that is if we find a yellow shell, we can use the Yoshi to cast sand clouds. The yellow Yoshi can do that regardless of the color of shell in its mouth. Otherwise you need a yellow shell to do that. Oh, hang on. I wonder if you just made me see something that I did not intend to see there, game. It's fine, we'll do that in a sec. Cool, secret exit. That means we have access to the special world already. We'll do the special world another time, I think. Whee! Excuse me, Koopa's coming through. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble. Phew. That was lucky. Everything worked out A-okay in the end. I just put the baby Yoshi in a pipe. I would have screenshotted that, but I can't on this controller. Well, not screenshotted, but recorded it. But I can't do that on this controller, unfortunately. Oh well. That's what happens when you're playing games with an SN30. Cool, well, we're all done with Star Road. And we're right back where we started. Now we can head into Donut Plains 3, after all that detour. What a hell of a detour that was. Smack. No, my yellow... My yellow Yoshi. Man, you Koopas are gonna pay for that. Oh. Okay. hang on. Do they want me to fly here? I think they might want me to fly here. Whee! Oh, this was a terrible mistake! Oh boy. Ah. Hey, I got one! Hey, I got two! I got two! Yay! Star blocks. I think it's like 30, it gives you a coin, and then if it's 50, it gives you a mushroom. I'm not sure how it all works. Cool. Now, I will just show this off. So I've got a cape feather equipped. If I head back into this top secret area, green egg pops out and it will be a green Yoshi. If you want the other colors of Yoshi, you have to go back to Star Road, but only in the Super Nintendo version, which is the one that I'm playing. In the Game Boy Advance version, it will be dependent on your power-up, which is what I mentioned earlier. Which I like better. Here's that yellow shell that I was talking about earlier. Hammer Bros are actually much easier and nicer to take out in this game, if I'm honest. Jerk. I was gonna say, it looked like there was something up here. I want to check that out. Why is there a block here? Why is there a block there? I'm curious about that block now. G'day, Spyro, how you doing? There's a... That's got me curious. Why is there a block here? Is there something on top? No, it doesn't seem like it. Oh well. Whee! Nyong. Nyong. Hold it, there was a thingy there. Give Dragon Coin. It's a Monday, but not bad. Oh. Sure. These may look like Goombas, but they're not Goombas. If you hit them, they'll topple over. And they're not actually dead. I believe they're called Galoombas or something? I used to know their name. They brought them back in Super Mario 3D World, actually. Well, rip Yoshi again. Oh, shush, game, I'm hurrying. Well, I have no idea where that last Dragon Coin is, but... And I lost Yoshi. This is a Monday, but not bad. Tis a Monday. Ugh. Got 3 wrong on that one. Just wasn't standing in the right spot, I suppose. Morton's Castle. Open Sesame. You'd think they changed their passwords by now. Ah, the Thwomps. Baby Thwomps. Baby Thwomps? Or just little Thwomps? I don't know, you be the judge of that one. there's the actual thwomp. Bother. Dry bones. Getting tricky now. Take that. No, you don't. Cape Feather can take care of dry bones in one swoop. Just remember that. Whoa! Oh god. Don't ask me how I knew that was the right one. I just went up. Alright. Up, 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 up. That's not fair! Now I have to wait. There you are. Bop. Bop. Do it again. Go on, Adea. Bop. Why is it Iggy who always gives me so much trouble, and then Morton doesn't? I feel like none of the Koopa kids give me nearly as much trouble as Iggy does. You stay there. I'm gonna kick this guy to the ground. And then I'm gonna stomp on him a few times. Morton Koopa Jr. of Castle Number 2 is now just a memory. The next area is Underground Vanilla Dome. What traps await Mario in this new world? What will become of Princess Toadstool? Welcome to the world that I got stuck in when I was a kid. I did not like this world much at all. It wasn't until the Game Boy Advance game that I actually got through it. And even then, I think I was almost an adult by that time. Probably could have done without that, to be honest. Oh, I was gonna crouch and slide through there. Might have to... Well, that was not effective. Okay. Darn it. Well, at least I got all my power-ups back. I wonder if that pipe hides something. Bet I could hit you with a shell. What secrets do you hold? Oh. Well, rip me, I guess. Oh, well, definitely rip me, I guess. Whoops. That was a mistake. Let's just spin jump over you so I can get around, yeah? Oh. There we go. Here we go. Deaths are gonna start now. Alright. Lesson learned. I think. Boot. Perfect. Ah, right, I needed a cape, didn't I? For a minute there, I thought I was gonna hit him with that. I was kind of hoping I was going to, actually. Alright, so I need a cape feather to get that block. Whee! Missed it. Pound. Pound. It's like a little maze in here, I think. You know what? There we go. Oh. Well, that worked. Punk. Birch. Okay, where are we going? You stay there. Just gonna go grab that. He nearly knocked me into it anyway, so I was like, oh, screw it, why not? And then, I didn't fly into it, as far as I expected. So I need a cape feather for that. That's fine. Cape feathers should be to the right, yeah? Done. I'm so glad that they put that top secret area in, because it's very useful. Very useful indeed. Spike top, don't care. Oh, well, that's just not eggs. That works. Bop. Right, you go up. There we go. That works. Look at me sequence breaking everything. Wow, great start. Oh, if I had missed that cape, I was gonna be mighty peeved. What do you... Perfect. Hey, Flyer. Welcome on in. Bop. Bop. Hope you're doing well. Whoop. See, now I'm curious about the other side. You can't just allow me to go up. Alright, well, there's nothing there aside from a... He just hopped out of his shell! I didn't know that was a thing. Unless he was already out of it. Oh boy, way to take me back to my childhood, this game. I know, right? I am curious. How did y'all... If you have played this game before, how far did you get? Because we're actually rapidly approaching where I got stuck as a kid. Because it's in this area. Oh, alright. Hey! Got the one up for this stage. Correctly, my brother and my brother tend to play on this. I don't think we got very far. Nice. Yeah, we are rapidly approaching where I got stuck. Cool, but that doesn't have the secret. So I need to go and find the secret exit. Secret exit, where is? Fine. Mario having Vine time. Aha! I spies with my little eye secret. I spies with my little eye more than one way to get to said secret. Hey! I got another 50! Twice in one night, man. Something that I normally don't get. And may not have actually gotten before. Bonus game. Nice! Perfect. Look at that. I'm doing well. I'm doing really well, Flyer. Hope you're doing well too. Vanilla Secret 2. That was messy, but it worked. See, I'm curious as to what this might have. Never mind. Oh, okay. Ah! I was gonna go for a bounce there. There's the midway goal. Haven't seen one of those in a hot minute, have we? Oh, that works. I just somehow slid up that pipe, didn't I? Oh, the slowdown on those coins. Take care of that guy before he can split up. Oh? Oh. Get up. Go up pipe. Kaboof. That was the messiest way I could have possibly taken out that Koopa football player. I'm hurrying, game, I'm hurrying. You rushed me, Dave. Don't rush me, Dave. Forget what that's from. Oh, I know what that is. That's, Strassman. Dolphins! You're gonna carry me away. It's worthwhile noting that Yoshi can accidentally eat the dolphins too. Oh, he can't do that. Okay. Yoshi can eat the dolphins on the Japanese version of the game, but he can't do that on this version. I wonder if he can eat the pufferfish. Probably not. Also don't want to stay in the water too long with that pufferfish. That's one way to get to the end of the stage. And I got all the dragon coins on that one too. I actually thought I missed one. Perfect. Oh boy, Vanilla Fortress. You stay there. Osfire, open sesame. Oh, great. Who decided this was a good idea? Oh, fish bones can't be killed with the Kate feather, huh? That's a little unfortunate. Bloody hell, I didn't think I was gonna make that. Not sure where that pipe leads, and well, I may as well go find out. Since I'm already small, I may as well go find out. Bum, bum, bum. Where do you go? To death! That is where you go! To death! For a minute there, I thought that was gonna loop back to the start, honestly, but it didn't, so that's just piqued my curiosity even more. Either I'm going the right way, there's two ways about this stage, or I'm about to find a secret exit by accident. It's one of those three options. Smush. Probably should have seen that coming. I expected the Thwomp to move slower under the water. I was gravely mistaken. Hang on a minute, I gotta do something real funny here. Poke my eye out. I just wondered. Okay, dodge those. Wait for Thwompy. Mushroom. Okay. Tiny. Tiny is me. Oh! Dislike, dislike. There's a lot of thumping going on down there, and I'm glad I've avoided all of it. Ow. Did not avoid that, though. Reznor! 2. 3. I died. Do you play Mario Maker? I played the original Mario Maker, but I did not play it very often. I quickly discovered that I actually don't like it. And the reason I don't like it is because I do not like the challenge people made. I'm sure if Mino's still here, Mino is probably going to hate my guts for saying this, but I play video games to enjoy them. And I found that Mario Maker was just a way people were trying to make ROM hacks, essentially. And the trouble with ROM hacks is they are difficult. Very, very difficult. I have not found a single ROM hack that I have enjoyed because they're all so hard. I want a ROM hack that's going to explore the difficulty of the game, not pick up exactly where the difficulty of the game leaves off, and offer no grace period in between, and then make it even harder. There are ROM hacks out there that really test your mettle on this particular game, and I'm just not about that. The trouble is, I knew exactly that that's what they were going to do with Mario Maker, and that's exactly what they did. Like, people did not make easy levels. That is fair. Don't want to play games just to rage. Yeah, exactly. I've played a few ROM hacks. I couldn't tell you which ones I have played, but I have played a few Super Mario World ROM hacks because I do enjoy the game a lot. But I never completed any of them. I don't think I got further than like 1 or 2 worlds. You know what? I'm going to take the upper path this time. I'm going to see what happens. We're either going to get stuck in a perpetual loop or something else. Or I could die. That's also an option. That works. Oof. Yeah, like, I get the appeal of Mario Maker, it's just that everyone immediately went and made really, really notoriously difficult levels. I remember one time, on an old Discord server, we basically had like a Super Mario Maker party, and I could not get past the first person stage. I was stuck on that stage for over an hour. Over 2 hours. And I was like the only person in that entire group call, and I think there was a good like 5 or 6 of us. I was the only person who did not get past the first person stage. The only person. And that basically told me all I needed to know about that entire experience. I was just like, cool, I hate it, thanks. And didn't bother with it afterwards. It actually killed a lot of my motivation. Well, I'm glad that there are no fish bones around here, but... Really? There. Finally! Took me long enough. Wonder why they make the floor disappear like that. To increase the challenge of the fortress, I suppose. Butterbridge 1. Perhaps coming here without a cape feather was a mistake! Why, Yoshi, I've got to sacrifice you! You're dead to me now. That is such a horrible thing to say. Considering that I might not even make it out of here alive. Not like that, I won't. Maybe I should go and pick up some supplies. Or I could keep pressing forward and see what happens. If I get through this, it'll be nothing short of a miracle. What was that about ROM hacks, Skylar? Something about you and not liking them and not liking their difficulty? Bop! Phew. I hate all of this nonsense! Oh, I was gonna go for a triple. Uh-oh. Oh, we're picking up Peed? We're picking up Peed. Guys, we're picking up Peed. I don't know what Peed is, but we're picking up on it. Oh, well. Curse my greed, damn it. So much for the dragon coin. Okay, well, this stage is doable. Phew. Grab that. Thank you. Oh, I jumped! Ah! I went back up for another round. Why did I do that? I could have just stayed where I was. I was like, no, I'm going for the 1-up. There was not even enough to go for the 1-up anymore. And I went for it. Ugh. Rip. What was that about not playing rage games? Also going the complete Enter the Dragonfly. Bop. Alright, here we go. Bop. 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 Missed. Bop. 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 Ah. I mean, at least I survived. At least I'm safe inside my mind. There we go, that's what we need to do. What be you? You be dead to me. That's what you be. You be dead to me. I cry. What's about one of these had another item in it? Oh no, we're picking up speed again. Haha! Got it! Ha! Bump. Oh, there was a star block there. I could have hit that. I nearly missed that. Oh dear. I pulled back on the D-pad. I was like, wait, I'm not ready. And then, oh no. Nope. Keep pressing forward. Keep pressing forward. Oh, that was almost a mistake. Aha! Mine. Woo! That's not very nice. Ah, Cake Feather. Skip. Is rage mode about to be engaged? No, it's fine. What? Nice try. I just grabbed like a million power-ups there. Cool, I'll take that. I'll also take this pit! Wow. No, my dragon coin! Yike. Aha. Okay. Yeah, what did I miss? Whoa! Nelly! Okay. That was a little impolite. Well, rip Yoshi, I suppose. Wonder if I can bring Yoshi back by doing this. Probably not. Nope. Block stays hit. I mean, to be fair, that was to be expected. Oh! Swooped in out of nowhere, that one. Squish. 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 Pop. Pop. Squish. Squish. Now that's not fair. Bop. Got it. Phew. And with that, we skipped an entire castle and moved straight to Castle 4. Funny that, isn't it? Alright, let's head back. To Vanilla Dome 2! Ah, sploot. Now, I've got to remember where the secret is in this one, because I never can. But, ow. Thanks. Jerk. Ah, that's right. This is the stage where you can't take Yoshi. I remember this one. Bop. That is most certainly a pit. Well done. I feel like this was one of the stages that gave me trouble in here. Often cost me a couple of lives getting through it. Most likely because of silly mistakes like that one. Bring back the spin jump, you cowards. And actually make it decent. There we go. Fireballs. Yum. More firepower. Aha! Where do this be? Oh. No, I kicked the key off the... Fuck. Well, rip me, I suppose. Oh, okay, it's fine. It's fine, it's fine. The key respawns itself. Ow. Well, you can't make this stuff up. Oh my goodness. I've dropped it in both sides now. I'm going this way because all of the enemies are dead this way. I'm going this way now. There. Wow. Oh, that couldn't have been messier if I tried. Ha! I did not actually know. Just real quick. Forgot to mention, when a Koopa Trooper jumps into a yellow shell like that when they're not already in it, if they jump into it, they become invincible. I actually did not know that you could just do a spin jump and kill them like that. That's new knowledge to me. The power of the switch you have pushed will turn the red outlines into red exclamation mark blocks. Your progress will also be saved. Unless you have Yoshi. Yeah, in which case Yoshi just bounces off of it. I believe. Well, I found the secret in this stage without meaning to find the secret. Oh my goodness. I also goofed up getting the secret like 3 times. There we go. No! Don't fall. Die. Pound. Pound. Whee! One thing that I haven't explained either is that they changed the swimming mechanics when you have an item. Instead of pressing the button, you don't need to press it. And you just swim automatically. Cast my greed. I wanted the coins. Hey, that's cheating! Can't do that. That's also not fair. You're supposed to destroy these, you moron. You don't... You're not supposed to... wonder if I can lure him back over. That works. And now for my next trick. Oh, well. And now for my next trick. I will immediately get hit. Oh my goodness. Oh? Oh. Alright, game, alright. I'm hurrying up. Let me explore a minute. Jeez. I'm gonna run out of time, aren't I? Curious as to where this goes. Ah. Okay, I see. Alright. Alright, Mario, we better shake a leg. Leg shaking! Phew. Consider leg shaken. Vanilla Ghost House. I can never remember if this one has a secret exit or not. Or if it's just the regular exit. I think it's just the regular exit. Boing. Boing, 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 boing. Bye, Big Bird. Hi, other Big Bird. I stopped right in front of him. Well, the mushroom would have been nice, damn it. Because I didn't do it before. Open says me. Alright. Bop. That is the rear end of a boot. I've got to admit, I've always enjoyed the design of the Eries. The little Yoshi-looking ghost things. Kind of wish they would come back. I did not like any of that. Huh! Ah, perfect. Hi, buddy. How you doing? Oh, well. Hurt me, I suppose. Give. Why? Yikes! Forgot about these things. Ugh. Gooey balls of goo. Jump low on that one. Jump around. What be this for? Well, poo. Alright, well, back we go. Alright. Nope. I was like, wait, I gotta go back and grab the sweat! Oops. There might have been a slight miscalculation on that one. Yeah. Gib. That's better. Boing. Excellent. Bop, bop, bop. Well. This is not the ghost house I expected to die on. Yeah, those ones floating to the right. Give me. Thank you. I was doing really well on the dragon coins on this stage too. Oh, hello. I don't think there is anything up there. I was gonna say, where are you going, Mario? Okay. Watch out for the giant ball of ectoplasm. And we'll just... Whee! Free the dawn. Grab the dragon coin. Whoa, avoid the ectoplasm. I actually have no idea what those guys are called, but I'm calling them ghost ectoplasm. Because that's what they look like to me. Ugh, big jump. There we go. I think it was just enough to get the bonus too. Yep. Perfect. Look at that. One, 2, 3, 4. The idea is to line them up horizontally, vertically, and diagonally. Vanilla Dome 3! Ah, right, this stage. This one also cost me a couple of lives. Blarg! I'm sorry, I hit you with my cape. Coin. I do love how goofy Blarg looks sometimes. Break that off that way. Hang on. I can make some money out of this. Okay. Did not expect that. I'm pressing down on these pipes, not expecting them to work. And then they do, and it rather takes me for a bit of a loop. Boot. Yeah, I'd rather have the cave feather. Just personal preference there. Whee! Oh, I ruined this. Oh! I was doing a spin jump and that didn't work. Oh dear. Was there a power-up down here? I forget. I mean, there was the dragon coin... Okay. Which I don't think I'm gonna get now because I'm halfway through the stage already. You know what? It's probably not worth it. And neither's going down to that nonsense. I don't even know how I activated that checkpoint gate, by the way. I didn't even touch it once. See, now that, I think, should have been my last dragon coin. Or that one. Actually, might have been that one. There we go. $30, I'll take it. Oh, that was a weird sound effect. Maybe it was because I didn't have my headphones on. Alright. Pop. Ha! Up and over and down. There we go. Pop. Oh, I was having fun doing that. There we go. Yep. Totally worth it. Pop. Nah. 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 Phew. Oh no. Oh no. Boot. Pa! You can really do some fancy things with the cape, can't you? Whoa! Do not like that much. Oh! Fiddle, faddle, and flop. Gotta find out. Got it. Ooh, I should have gotten damage there. Up. Nova. Ah, screwed it up anyway. Don't know where the last dragon coin was, though. That was also a stage that sometimes cost me a couple of lives. And then we had Lemmy's Castle. And this got me instant game overs. Continuously. Open Sesame. The reason is right at the start of the stage. This Magikoopa. This Magikoopa single-handedly caused me more game overs than I am willing to admit. I didn't even make it to this part half the time. If I made it to this area, it was a bloody miracle. I'm curious about that middle door, though. I wonder where that leads. I suppose now is a good time as any to go and find out. So there's got to be a P-switch here somewhere, right? Makes sense. Well done. And the other thing is, too, like, if you're Big Mario and you spin jump, that's doable. You can spin jump here. At the risk of your own life. If you spin jump there, you kind of want to keep pressing forward. Because you'll destroy the lower blocks as well as the higher blocks. Kind of wish for better setup on that. Oh! Thanks. You're a pile of poo. Thanks. You're a pile of poo. Oh, what? See what I mean? This is the reason why I got game overs here. Now try doing this with continuous game overs and the fact that you've got exactly 5 lives per game over. Cause silly childhood Skylar was not smart enough to run back and go grab extra lives. Childhood Skylar was trying to get through this area in one fell swoop. So, and every time you get a game over, you get kicked to the last save point. So I got returned to the start of Vanilla Dome every single time that happened. I'm okay now because I've got a ton of lives to play with, although I am playing like a giddy goat's horn, and I should probably stop doing that and actually start, you know, trying. What if I told you that I was trying, though? Then what would you do? Haha! Nothing more satisfying than taking out that Magikoopa, man. I probably could have used the mushroom there. See, now one of these... Fuck. I gotta see what's in this door, man. Midway gate. And a 1-up. That's it. That was risky. Phew. That was really risky. I'm not entirely sure if that, would have saved me either. That, midway point. Okay, I'm running and grabbing that and then getting out. Whoa! Not like that, though. I was gonna say, there's gotta be another block there. Bop. Excuse me, I will just catch my elevator, if you don't mind. And I would prefer there to be no hitchhikers on my elevator. If you also don't mind. I'll take a cape feather, here we go. Ow. Really? 1. 2. 3. Got it. There we go. And then there was also the boss fight, which was not it's not challenging, but it's also not easy either. Yeah, that castle itself cost me a lot of lives back in the day. So if you don't mind me... It's bonker time! Mario has triumphed over Lemmy Cooper of Castle Number 3. Mario's quest is starting to get much more difficult. Have you found the red and green switches yet? Uh-huh, I have. It took me until the Game Boy Advance remake to get through Vanilla Dome. And then that showed up and I was like, what do you mean? I only know where the yellow one is. Continue and save. Take the warp pipe out. Cheese Bridge! They added a wall kick to the game. Oh my goodness. Mushroom. Saw blade. Saw blade. Oh, excuse me. Oh no! Cast my greed! Well, I'm definitely not getting that. Oh, that's dirty. It's like right above you. Damn it. That was not worth the sacrifice that I made. That was so not worth the sacrifice that I made. That life count is starting to look a little on the low side, isn't it? And of course the platform went up at just that right moment. Ah. Haha! That was also not worth the trouble. Noted. Don't bother. Cape feathers take way too long to spawn in. Bull dust. worth it. Why did they even put a power up there, man? I think the next one is down here, right? Whoa! Wings! Mario can't use those. Curious about this pipe, though. Huh, I can go in it. What do you know? Oh no, it's platform peril. Whoa! Was not expecting that. Shoot. I knew as soon as I went for that jump that I should not have gone for that jump. And yep, sure enough, I should not have gone for that jump. Piffle. Now I gotta do all this nonsense all over again. I've rather screwed up these platforms, haven't I? Go up. Not worth it. Okay, then go down. What? Hi Danish, welcome on in. Super Mario games have started to become boring. If only they would make a game about him in a world. Super Mario World, maybe. How you doing tonight? Whoop! Listen, I am determined to get the dragon coins in this area. I've started grabbing them now, I'm not gonna stop. That's not fair, that's not fair, that's not... Ow. That's ow. That's what that is. See, now that was a mistake, because now I can't do that part again if I fail. And by fail, I mean fall. Taking a break from getting footage for a video. Fair enough. Platform peril with the bullet bills. There we go. Phew. Okay, not sure I like any of this nonsense. Hey, there's the final dragon coin. Aha! Got him! Ow. What? Phew. Never played Mario World. It's not till the end. Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, I didn't... When I was a kid, and we had the Super Nintendo, I didn't get any further than I did not get any further than Vanilla Dome. I couldn't get any further than Vanilla Dome. It gave me so much trouble. Now I can beat the game. But, I had a Super Nintendo. We did. We had exactly 4 games for it. A weird little game called Wiz, which I won't go into, but we have played it on stream before. Super Mario All-Stars. Also games that I never finished. Super Mario Kart, a game that I couldn't do any more than 50cc on, and even that proved to be difficult. And Super Mario World. None of the games were finished. By the time we sold the Super Nintendo, none of the games were finished. Not a one of them. I think the furthest we got was Super Mario Brothers 3, which we got to, like, Giant Land, which I think it was, like, World 4. Feeling old? I mean, eh. God, I hate Super Mario Kart. I wonder if I can do this. I can't do this. I can do this. I can't do this. I can do this. That should not have worked. Anyway, we grab these wings, we transform into Blue Yoshi. Gulp. Gulp. It's not a beloved franchise, but the first one is aged like milk. The controls are tight, I will give it that, but the difficulty is ridiculously stupid. I mean, I'd argue that Mario Kart 64 is a very similar level of difficulty. Down we go. That was not the secret exit. Excusez-moi. Did I fall off in the wrong spot? Did I stutter? Huh! We're doing it again. Bop. Bop. And save me, Bop. He's later than Mario Kart Double Dash, that's why they peaked. Mario Kart Double Dash is definitely my favorite. But I think that's because I like the chaos of it. So, what? Psst, that was a terrible idea. What have I done? That was stupid of me. Oops. It's my favorite as well. The 2 drivers per kart thing was cool and all, but like, I just like the chaos of it. And the others, they're not as chaotic. Yeah, I can see that. I think I'd like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe more if we hadn't been playing Mario Kart 8 for the past 10 years. Which we almost have at this point. So, let me see here. Bop. 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 Whee! I don't like Mario Kart DS, but that may be because of nostalgia. A lot of those tracks are just chef's kiss. I do quite like some of the tracks in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Well, 8 and Deluxe, I should say. Fuck. What? Okay, I gotta be missing something here. I know that's a secret exit. I just need to find it. I wonder if I need to do it with a, like, I need to get the Blue Yoshi from that stage and then take the Blue Yoshi to the end of it. Which I'm doing a terrible job of doing. How much have we been playing Mario Kart 8 for too long? Look at the booster pack, but the trouble is the booster pack came so late, it's not even funny. I'm gonna put this nicely. Not on the shit. I kind of disagree. I actually like what they did with the booster pack. Gotta be honest, some of my favorite courses from Mario Kart 8 are now in the booster pack. In fact, quite a lot of them are in the booster pack now. I think Yoshi's Wings only appear on a couple of stages too, this being the introduction of them. And I don't remember where they appear next. I always forget. I think there's only like 2 or 3 stages in the game that actually use Yoshi's Wings. And I think the next couple of stages use it to avoid obstacles, and it's not a, get around something sort of deal. Or find a secret area, this sort of deal. It is a phone game being ported into the Switch, because it kind of is. I can see that. But only kind of. Alright. Let's see what happens if I take a blue Yoshi here. Bop. 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 This is also the stage where I finally found a blue Yoshi. Because I didn't unlock Star Road when I was a kid. That didn't do the trick either. I play more Nintendo games, not just Mario or Pokemon. Kirby's a good franchise, but it could be argued that it's also ridiculously easy. Which I can definitely see people arguing, so. Zelda is not a franchise for me. Not really a big Zelda fan myself. Listen, Yoshi, you're not doing it for me, and I don't know why. I wonder if I should have another look. And I'm not the biggest fan of Metroid series either. Doesn't mean it's bad. Oh, definitely not. I get a good kick out of Kirby. Kirby's just fun. So there's definitely not anything around here. Do you have any recommendations on where to start with Kirby? Honestly, any game is probably going to be a good Kirby game. Kirby and the Forgotten Land was really, really fun, but if you're after a 2D experience, there's plenty on the NSO. I'm not sure if I would recommend Kirby Star Allies. Kirby's Return to Dreamland is pretty good. I haven't played Kirby Star Allies, so I don't think I can recommend that one easily. Then you've got Kirby 64, Kirby Superstar. Kirby Superstar, they're on the NSO. Even Kirby's Dreamland, Kirby's Dreamland 2, Kirby's Dreamland 3, I think they're all on the NSO as well. See if I had a rough transition, if Kirby had a rough transition to 3D or not. Honestly, I don't think Kirby did. I think Kirby nailed it. pretty damn well, actually. I'm gonna... I'm curious. Oh, okay. I'm missing it. That's why. Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. There is a secret, and I should have thought about it when we first actually cleared the stage. Unfortunately, that means that I might have to say goodbye to Yoshi, though. I'll take him as far as I can, but I don't think I can take him too much further into the stage, but we'll see. People think Sonic had a rough transition in 3D. I don't entirely think so, but opinions are just opinions. Yeah. I mean, I'm not much of a fan of 2D Sonic games to begin with. I found them notoriously difficult. What? Aha. See, this is what the game wants you to do. Hey, there's our first 3-up move. That we haven't gotten from hitting the top of the goalposts, anyway. With enough space, I think you can fly through there. This leads to Soda Lake. Good grief. And I believe the only stage with Torpedo Teds. Well, that was nice whilst it lasted. Pooh. I think the only other stage with Torpedo Teds is maybe the final stage. Ow! Because some people think that Sonic 3D Blast is a real 3D game. Kind of see where they're coming from, but also not really. Yeah. As someone who hasn't played it, I don't really have an opinion on that. I suppose in that case, could you argue that Super Mario RPG is technically Mario's first 3D game? Despite being an RPG, it does have platforming elements, and you can move about in a 3D plane of sorts. Very similar to Sonic 3D Blast, I believe. Good grief. Just saying, just judging by that argument. I am not liking this stage much at all. The amount of Torpedo Teds is ridiculous. Makes Bullet Bills look good. Is he good? I think it all depends on where you put the line between what is a 3D game or not. I should have paid more attention. That was on me. Yeah, it depends on how thick or thin you want to draw that line. Yep, I knew that was gonna hit my backside. Don't even know why I stopped. Probably should have just kept moving. Those Torpedo Teds get dropped a little lower than I would like. Don't they? Oh! Fiddle! I thought I was just above it. Pooh. It was only really 3D if it has polygons. You could argue Super Mario Brothers is a 3D game. Give me you up. Okay, sure. I will run into fish. I'm thinking we'll probably get to the castle and then we'll probably call it a stream there. We've gotten basically like 50% of the game done if we do that. And we've done all of Star Road as well. We haven't done Special World, but we've done all of Star Road. Ow, for Pete's sake. Ah, knew that was coming. I knew that as soon as I touched the ground there, I wasn't going to get through fast enough to get around that Torpedo Ted. Took him years to bring back Torpedo Ted too. I think Torpedo Ted didn't appear until Super Mario Bros. Wonder, possibly. Ow! Ooh, I should have gotten attacked there. But I think that's because if they were going to use bullet bills, they just used underwater bullet bills and didn't bother with Torpedo Teds. Hey, you got the one up at least. Tells me we're actually making a little progress. Oh, fuck off! God damn it. That was just a little too high. Little too high. Careful. There's fish down there, put me in a bit of a predicament. I was wondering where the dragon coins were, and then I was like, oh yeah, because I've already got them, the dragon coins are gone. It's nice not to have to worry about them. I'm just getting myself an existential crisis on what is or isn't 3D. That. Ow. No need to take risks. No need to take the risk. No need to take the risk. Fuck. I thought I was safe. I was not safe. Man, I thought I was doing really well and doing really good on the lives and everything, and then I started dying. You seen the Mario movie? If so, what did you think? I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I also understand, too, that they had to take some creative liberties. Like, it was full of a lot of references, but you can't just say, oh, you know, the princess gets kidnapped again. And you can't just drop people into the world expecting them to know what Mario is. Mario might be one of the most famous, if not the most famous character in the entire world, but that doesn't mean everyone knows about him. Ooh, shut up there a bit. Pressing the D, pad up. It's very much the same with the Ratchet and Clank movie. It was also a film that I really enjoyed. A lot of people didn't. But the world of cinema is very different to the world of a movie. And you gotta realize that. I'm curious to see what they do with the Legend of Zelda movie. Very curious indeed. And I think that's supposed to be live action, isn't it? It's gonna be very weird. It's a fun movie, but there's some things I think the movie could do better. Stay low, Mario. Go away, Torpedo Teds, please stop that. Please just go away. Thank you. Ah, I missed it. Not even that big of a fan of The Legend of Zelda, but I think it should have been animated. Yeah, I kind of agree. I'm surprised it wasn't. And I wonder what their choices were for not animating it. Cool, that gets us access to Star Road again. That's 3 points on Star Road activated. This is, in my opinion, a better way to tell a story. Cookie Mountain! Cookie? Now I want a cookie. That is not a cookie, that is a butt burning. That is a singed tushy, not a cookie. I'll give that guy a cookie in a minute. Bloody fire sumos. But it can still be good. Oh yeah, there's definitely some live action stuff that is really good. The Minecraft movie is another one that should have been animated, but we don't know what the context of that is yet. But we'll find out soon enough. Should have been animated, but it can be good. I'm also not entirely sure how you can even make a Minecraft movie. Like, what would the plot even be? Whoa! I'm getting bombarded with Monty Moles. Don't like that much. Oh sure, the Monty Mole can stand the fire just fine. Bop bop. That's about to save my life. That's fine. I can't English to save my life half the time. Get the cup. Mario, are you afraid of a little dragon coin? Doesn't look like I'm getting over there. It's a shame too, because it looks like the next thingy is there. Oh! Plop. Next dragon coin was over there. That's not fun! Or maybe I can't see being good. Yeah, I guess we'll have to find out soon enough. Sure, I'll take that. Whee! Splat. Oh! Okay, I see. Okay, I get it. I get it. It's fine, I get it. I get it. I get it now! I'm gonna run out of time on the stage, but damn it, I'm going to find out what's over there. Right, this time, don't stop. Keep pushing. Ah, still missed it. I reckon that's gonna be a 3-up moon there. Well, this is new. Well, I died anyway. I am curious about that area. I think I'm gonna go grab a not a fire flower. I'm gonna go grab a cape feather, because I'm curious about that area up the top of Cookie Mountain there. I want to find out what that is. And I now need to. I'm curious about it. Sonic movie or FNAF movie, based on games with a lot of story to begin with. I can see being good, and they were, but Minecraft doesn't exactly have a story. Yeah, exactly. Never saw the FNAF movie myself. That's the other thing too, like with the Sonic movie, they had to take a lot of creative liberties on that one too. I feel. Because again, cinema is a different medium to games, and games are a different medium to comics as well. That's why the Sonic comics do what they do. Aha. Really? All that for a blessed one-up mushroom. Hey, hang on, that's my Yoshi! Yoshi's fine, he's just roasting a bit. And now Yoshi's not fine, he's in a pit now. No. All that did was cost me time and power-ups. Just wanted to go back to the dragon coins. Which I think I might have already gotten, because I'm not seeing any at all, and I know for a fact that we would have picked some up by now. Damn it, that worked before! Yeah, see, all the dragon coins are gone, so... counted us getting them all. I'll take the Yoshi, though. Take the extra hit point. Okay, definitely should have died there. Huh. That was so messy, it wasn't even funny. I should have died like 5 times there. What? Okay, time to go. Minecraft series, like taking the world of Minecraft for core gameplay to acting, yada yada. Minecraft story out of it, but even then, you're making a story of your own, probably not even based on Minecraft. Yeah. Like I said, we'll have to wait and see on that one. Ludwig's castle. Ludwig? Ludwig? I always thought it was Ludwig von Beethoven, so... But then again. Alright. Let's see. Good start! Sorry for my bad spelling. Ah, you're fine. Off to a flying start on this stage, I see. Smush. These guys are bony beetles? Also a non-recurring enemy. Ooh, I'll take that. Uh-oh. Fiddle! Hesitated and it screwed up my timing. Bop. 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 See, now this is a way to get some extra lives, man. Bop. 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 What boss? I see no boss. Bop. Bop. Okay, that's a bit ridiculous. Bop. That was a bit ridiculous, I've got to admit that one. Oh! Whoops. Minecraft movie. When kids thought the Lego movie was going to be good and it surprised us, maybe the Minecraft movie could surprise us as well. Maybe. That is a really good place for getting some lives. I'm not gonna lie. The only trouble is, once you beat it, it's gone. Ow. Also, wasn't this the castle where you could, like, go on top of the area? Don't know how to do that. Please don't tell me I'm going to spend the next 10 lives that I just got going back to that room. Please. Do not tell me that. Whoa! That's a spicy meatball! Actually, it's a giant spiky ball of death and doom and destruction, but you know. Same thing! Don't like. Nope. There we go. I missed it! Ow. Doink. Now, if you thought we were not going to do all that again, you are sorrowfully mistaken. Bop. Bop. I do not care how long this takes me. I'm going to bop all these Koopas. Because it is actually worth a significant amount of lives doing this. And it's not terribly difficult either. It's kind of monster killing my Koopa cousins. Oh no! Hi Darko Patrol, welcome on in. Bop. 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 Tee. Bop. Bop. Oh no, I died. Oh well. Suppose that's gonna be the end of this run. Because it would have reset my, kill count. Oh, well, I died anyway. Oops. Careful. Bop. Panel cousin killed you. Actually, there were 2 left, I think. Ooh, run. Stop scratching. Ear, run. Ow. Perfect. See, now I know that I can grab this first, then go back down. Bop that guy on the head. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19! Yikes! 20. Out. 21. Apparently that still counts. Unfortunately, I did lose the power up, but oh well. Bop. Oh right, forgot he jumps. Bop. Boing. No fair, he jumped off screen. Bop. Yahoo! Nice. Very smooth indeed. Plop. Eh? Oh no! Ludwig von Koopa's days of composing Koopa symphonies in Castle Number 4 are over. The Forest of Illusion lies ahead. Mario must use his brain to solve the puzzle of this perplexing forest. A fart noise when he dies. Nice! Skylar hurt the poor mountain. Alright, I'm going to take a continue, well, a save and continue, and then I think... I cannot do ZL or ZR, so give me a sec, hang on, 2 seconds. Let me go get another controller. Okay, I'm back. And it's not gonna let me do that either. Alright, hang on. Let me change grip. Create a suspend point. I don't know what that was over, so I'm just gonna save over that suspend point. I'm gonna take the suspend point just because I don't know if the game saves lives or not. So, and considering how old this game is, I'm assuming it doesn't. And I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I know it does on the GBA, but I don't think it does here. Anyway, that's going to do it for Super Mario World tonight. If you want to see more Super Mario World, we'll continue this next week on Monday night. Tomorrow night, however, we will be playing more Skylar's Spyro Year of the Dragon, where we play through every single Spyro game in the entire franchise. Unfortunately, we're up to Spyro Enter the Dragonfly, and that's going about as well as you can imagine. And then on Wednesday night, well, I'm not sure, because my friends want to join me for the finales of Pokemon's Violet version, which I was kind of just playing as a replacement for Pokemon Yellow version. Hello, Coco. You off to bed? Well, good, because I'm ending my stream too, so... Yes. You coming, you four-legged wolf? It's been a while since Coco showed up on stream, isn't it? So, yeah, I was doing Pokemon Violet version just as a means to an end because I don't want to do the grinding for Pokemon Yellow version. But we're at a point now where I kind of want to play it with my friends who are not going to be available because they said that they wanted to join me for, like, the finale stuff. They're not going to be available on Wednesday nights, so it's like, well, can't do that anymore, so I'm going to have to think of something else. I might, there is a possibility that I might just, go for another Pokemon game, maybe? I'll figure something out. Anyway, we'll see how we go. I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream tonight. Let's see if we can find someone to raid. You know, I gotta admit, I'm actually... Have a good one, Skylar. Thanks for the stream. It's been fun. Yeah, no worries. I gotta admit, I'm actually pretty surprised with how well I remembered some of the secrets. Like, we only had to stop and look up that one secret for the Cheese Bridge area, because I thought I was doing it right with the blue Yoshi, but I wasn't. So, that's the only one we really had to look for, so. Alright. Have a good night, folks, and I will see you next time. I've got a raid target. Let's go over there. Looks like Bashful is Denver Museum of Nature and Science Show and Tell. So it looks like they're just chatting for now. So let's go ahead and raid them. They've just started up, so you'll just have to hang tight for a minute because they're just booting up their stream right now. So anyway, hang tight for a moment. Well, I'll start the raid anyway, but hang tight. I know that's very confusing, but we are going to raid them. Just when you get there, just wait for a minute. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, have a good night, folks. I will see you all tomorrow night for Spyro Enter the Dragonfly. Never gonna get used to saying that every time I say it, am I? Alright, have a good night, everybody.